Hello, how is everyone doing? If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Brooke, and I talk about reality creation, manifestation, and specifically the law of assumption. So, what you dominantly assume to be true is what will be true for you. Hello, hello, hello. I am just getting started. If you guys could drop in the comments a heart, it lets me know that you can hear me and then I have a good connection. So if you could drop a heart in the comments, that would be amazing. And then also drop in the comments where you're from because I love to know where my audience is from. I like to go live at different times. So it helps me to know when you all are awake. And if you could like and share, tap the screen. It's free. It helps to push us out to the FYP. I would also appreciate that. So hello, if you're new here, my name is Brooke and I talk about reality creation, manifestation, and specifically the law of assumption. So what you dominantly assume to be true is what will be true for you. Your life is the story that you tell. So become aware of that story from moment to moment to moment, and then your world will reflect it back to you. So today I wanted to talk about circumstances. I don't really know. What is the topic that I want to talk about today? Does anybody have a question that they're like, I absolutely want this as a topic? Or I can go ahead and pick one. Because I know that there are a lot of different popular topics that I'm seeing like within my coaching community. So there's a lot of talk around like time when it comes to manifestation and how long things are taking. So just being in that knowing of having it. So are you in the knowing of having it, or are you watching the clock? Because then that's being double-minded, right? So it's about persisting and transcending beyond those circumstances. So let's see. Somebody said, hello, Simeon from Albania. Hello, how are you? Oh, Brown Eyed Crystal said, hey, Fave. Hello, how are you? It's so good to see you, beautiful. How's it going? Thank you so much again for coming last week to the group. You brought just such amazing energy, and I'm so glad I got to see your beautiful face and talk to you and just pick your brain on how you have manifested. So guys, definitely come into my community if you all are new to manifestation and you want to be supported by a group. So that way you can get your desire, your specific person, the money, whatever it is. So Crystal was telling the group how she manifested over 100K. So again, guys, life gets to be good. It gets to be easy. So come be delusional with us. We just had a coaching call last night. And that was a great call. So I am going to put it up inside of the group. It's already there, but I usually do an edited down version. So that way it's just easier for you guys to filter through. So yes, Crystal said, we have it all now. Yes, we do. I love it. Beautiful. It's Nina said, how would you manifest money? I feel so broke. Well, Nina, okay, so a couple of things. Nina, you're first going to drop the story, which I know you've heard. Drop the story of saying that you're broke because that's an identity, right? That's a state. So as you move throughout your day, you're really curating your day, right? Frame by frame, moment to moment to moment to moment. And if you're embodying the state of being broke, then you are choosing that. That's an active choice. That's an active decision. That is a selection. So instead of curating a life where you have more than enough, where you have abundance and where you get to have anything that you want, you are imposing a limitation. You are agreeing with a version of you that is broke by just saying it, right? Inherently. So remember, this is about returning to your decision. This isn't necessarily about conjuring up a feeling. You don't have to conjure up a feeling. Is it great to? Yes, absolutely. I love to be delusional and get excited about my desires, but you don't have to drum up a feeling. It's not about ignoring things in your world and in your reality. It's about returning to you and to the assumption of I am wealthy, I am taken care of, I am provided for. So in those moments, understand and know, where are you agreeing with your reality? When you go to swipe your card, are you agreeing and having the sentiment of, oh, I shouldn't be swiping my card right now. Oh, is this transaction going to get approved? Oh, is this transaction going to be declined? Oh, I'm not sure I have enough money. When you log into your bank account, are you saying, and anticipating that it's going to say $30 as opposed to $300,000, right? So again, you don't have to ignore your reality, but it doesn't need to be bound by your decision, right? Your choice. So it's about seeing it, acknowledging it, and then not dwelling there, not building a home there, and then affirming who you are internally, right? Which is abundance, wealthy, financially stable, free, all of those things that accompany wealth. So it's about returning to that decision and know that anything that you see in your 3D, whether again it's a bounced check or a negative, account balance or a bill that comes in, it's about saying and affirming and standing in your conviction of, okay, I know that I'm wealthy and this is all a part of the unfolding, right? All of it is your story unfolding for your highest good and in your favor, and reminding yourself in those moments of the choice that you made that you are wealth itself and that you are rich and that you have more than enough. You can even do affirmations. So I love to say, like, money comes to me out of the thin air. Money comes to me out of the blue. I'm a money magnet. I'm a money mogul. I'm a money making machine. Money loves me. Money, money, money. Every dollar I spend comes back to me tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. I attract wealth. I have $1 million ideas. I don't work for money. Money works for me. So it's about being persistent in that identity in those moments. Again, you don't have to do affirmations, but as you come up in your 3D reality with circumstances that don't align with it, you just return to your decision and say, I know that I'm wealthy. I know that it's here. I know that it's mine, and it will make manifest in your physical or material world. It is the law. I've seen it happen time and time again. And when it does, it'll all become clear. You'll understand everything and why these things that appeared to be unfortunate took place. And again, it's only unfortunate if you're saying it's unfortunate. Instead, I want you to give it good meaning and say, this is all unfolding for me. The puzzle pieces are arranging. Things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. I always say that all the time on lives because it is the truth. Things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. Plans are being made about you and for you. So have faith in the unseen, right? This is when we talk about persistence. This is exactly what we mean. It's about transcending the circumstances and saying, no, this works out for me. Why wouldn't it? It has to, because I'm God, I'm source, I'm awareness, I'm infinite intelligence, and nothing is separate from me. Money's not separate from you. It only appears that way because that's your focus. That's the story that you're telling. That's the identity that you're embodying. So instead of thinking from the consciousness of the problem, I want you to think from the consciousness of the solution and move into that new state of being and be in the knowing that it's happening. Doesn't matter what you see in your 3D right now. It could look like, worst case scenario. As long as you persist in the knowing that is all a part of your story and that it's all happening for you, your manifestation is a guarantee. It's a guarantee. So I hope that helps, but definitely let the story go of that you feel so broke, because that is not something I would be saying out loud. Brown Eyed Crystal said, I absolutely loved it and your community. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. You bring in such good, amazing energy. So guys, if you are new, make sure you click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner to grab my free guide. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go From Wanting to Expecting, knowing that you get nothing but the best because you are the best, so you deserve the best. The best relationships, the best finances, the best jobs, the best opportunities, the best careers. So again, people have manifested their dream job within 3 days of using that free guide, their new apartments, free manicures, free lunches, free meals, pro bono, attorneys, temporary housing. So again, if you are interested, click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner, select free guide, and then I'll send you the free guide. And then also if you want to join my coaching community, you can do that as well by clicking the orange bubble. Falcor said, hi, good morning. Hello, how are you? Nikita said, thoughts on using songs to manifest an SP? Why not? I always say manifestation should be fun. So yeah, absolutely. You can totally use songs. You can listen to mainstream love songs, ballads. You can listen to actual manifestation tracks. There's so many different unique creators online right now that are doing affirmations in the form of melody and music. So I think it's a wonderful thing to do. Why not? Remember, it's never the technique that manifests. So I would consider, listening to songs a technique. It's your belief in it, right? So remember, your identity is what creates your reality. And yes, songs can be very helpful to help you get into that state of embodying the identity of being chosen, prioritized, loved, cared for, and with your specific person. So I think it's amazing. I would try it, definitely. Steve said, hi, hello, how are you? AI Summary said, a session on manifesting wealth and focusing on the law of assumption. Amazing. I love it. Beautiful. Hawan said, when you are on top of your affirmations, visualization, and scripting, and you get triggered by, oh no, I don't see the rest of it. Hold on one second. I'm assuming you're saying what happened. What do you do when you're triggered? That's what I'm assuming, because I scrolled down and I don't see the rest of it. But I'm assuming that's what you're asking. So you're saying you're on top of your game. You're doing your visualization, you're doing your affirmations, you're doing your scripting, and you get triggered. The 3D shows you something. Again, give it good meaning. It's all unfolding for you. So this is not a game of perfection. This is conscious creation, and that all boils down to awareness and returning to your decision of who you are, whether that's you being abundant, you being in perfect health, you being in shape, you being loved, you being cared for, whatever it is, whatever you want, whatever your desire is, whatever's on your heart. It's about returning to that decision in the face of doubt and fear. The doubt and the fear will come up. So you're God, but you're also having a human experience. And so when those thoughts creep in, it's okay. Right? It's okay. Being triggered isn't a bad thing. I always say that the 3D or your world is just a reflection of your state of consciousness. Or you could say that it's a dead world, right? It's the old thinking. You could say it's the old story playing out, but it also can be data to show you who you're dominantly being, right? So again, it's all in the story that you tell. This is why I say there's infinite ways to manifest, because truly, you could proceed with saying, I'm going to give this good meaning and know that this is happening for a reason. It may not be clear now, but it will be clear. You could also, in that moment, affirm the opposite. You could use it as data and as information to say, okay, I must be thinking this dominantly, and this is why this is happening, and I need to refocus and shift. There might be some hidden assumption or hidden belief. I haven't worked with you, so I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. So it's about getting in touch with yourself and trying to dig and figure out what's going on. So again, that is why it's beneficial to work with a coach, because I can't exactly pinpoint your situation. But sometimes we think that we're on top of our game and we might have a little sneaky hidden thought, and that's okay, right? Just become aware of it and then persist past it by returning to your choice and returning to your decision. And honestly, giving yourself grace and compassion to just say, okay, I had a little spiral. Cool. It was a part of the unfolding. It was purging. You could say that it was a purge. You had to let it out. Again, a part of the process. So your desire, your manifestation is a guarantee. So just stay loyal to that vision, and then your world will reflect it back to you. Dare said, hi, hello, how are you? YUB said, hi, what does staying in the identity mean when feeling down? How to stay in the identity? It's literally just reaffirming your decision. So again, you can manifest despite your feelings. Feelings truly do not matter when it comes to manifestation. I give this example a lot lately, but just imagine, when you wake up in the morning. My name is Brooke. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm an online coach. So if I wake up with anxiety one day or sadness, that doesn't change the fact that I'm a daughter, sister, and online coach, and that I'm a friend. So you can manifest despite your feelings. It doesn't matter. So staying in the new identity is about returning to your I amness, to source, to whatever it is that you are calling in, whatever it is that you're manifesting, and reaffirming it. You're not going to acquiesce. You're not going to surrender. You're not going to say, oh, because this is happening, this means that my manifestation isn't mine. No, you're not backing down. You're not taking no for an answer. You're persisting in your end and your desire, and knowing that it's done, and knowing that it's yours, and knowing that you already have it. Because the truth is, there is a version of you that has it. That's why you're aware of it. So persistence, staying saying in the identity is just returning to that state, that choice, that decision from moment to moment to moment. So again, don't be defined by what you see, right? Despite your feelings, doesn't matter. You're still you. You're still the one that's chosen. You're still the one that's prioritized. You're still the one that's cared for. So it's about transcending that and making it mean whatever it is that you want to experience. So again, give it good meaning. Don't let it mean because you're feeling down that you're not going to get your manifestation, because then you're creating that. Instead, give yourself grace and say, I'm purging it out. I'm feeling my feelings. I'm human. My desire is still mine. So what, right? So what? Doesn't matter. Marvin said you have amazing charisma. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. Oscar, thank you for the follow. AI Summary says, discussing the law of assumption for manifesting money in abundance. Yes, beautiful. Holistic Education said, you've just been so consistent here, my friend. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love your username on here, by the way. I see. Hello, how are you? Pinky! Hello, how are you, gorgeous? So Pinky's also in my coaching community. So again, guys, click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner if you want to manifest your desire. Join for a month. See how you like it. IC said, we are not God. Well, that's not what I teach. But if you believe that, then that'll be true for you. Let's see. Thank you so much for the follow. Johnny said, what's up, besties? Hello, how are you? YUV said, sorry for being annoying, but identity means deciding and persist no matter what emotions are. Yes, yes. And no, you're not being annoying. That's why I'm here, is to answer questions. So again, make sure you ask them, because I'm here to help you so that way you can get the clarity that you need. So you're all good. Ask away, right? Because if you're new to manifestation, it is going to be confusing, because it's like, okay, all I have to do is make a choice, make a decision. What? Huh? And it's like, yeah, it is that simple. So again, return to your decision of who you are, and that's how you consciously create. So remember, manifestation is not something that you just discovered. You've always been doing it. So everything that you think, your thoughts essentially become things. So if you've been thinking that you're unlucky, if you've been thinking that things don't work out for you, if you're thinking that when you leave your house at 9 a.m. you always have traffic, then you will experience that in your 3D world. So it's about telling a new story, one that serves you, and saying, yeah, actually, this is my reality. This is what I'm selecting. This is what I am going to experience. So it's just about returning to your desire and putting your focus on what you do want as opposed to what you don't want. So that's kind of the name of the game. But yes, you can absolutely ask as many questions as you want. All good. All good, all good, all good. Sorry, I am currently ordering dessert because I want a cookie. So I'm like looking at my phone because I'm like, you know what? I want a little dessert, I think, for dinner. So that is what I am going to get. I'm going to place my order now. J Max, hello. That's so funny. Like, this is why reality creation is amazing. So somebody just came on my chat and said, good morning, everyone. This is JFit Max, which I'll give you a shout out. I normally wouldn't read comments like this, but fitness coach teaching Tai Chi. Amazing. But I was talking about Tai Chi earlier. My mom's apparently doing Tai Chi. I keep seeing it. So again, your world is reflecting you. It's like the red car example that people always use, right? If you are like, oh, I want a new red car, you constantly start to see red cars on the highway. So again, you're scanning for proof and for evidence, and your world reflects it back to you. So start to train your brain to focus on what you do want, because then it will scan and it will find that for you. You'll see opportunities that you didn't previously see. Holistic Education said, so why did two friends we recommended after 10 years and a weekend trip, they found fault with me? Why? I don't exactly know what you mean. You're saying why? Are you saying you had two friends that you reconnected with, after 10 years and for a weekend trip, they found fault with me? Well, I wouldn't know from just that comment, but again, ask yourself, were you second guessing it going into it? Were you saying to yourself, oh, I'm not sure that they really like me. Is this going to be a weird trip? I wonder how the energy is going to be. It's been so many years. Maybe, they didn't like you previously. So again, I wouldn't know, but maybe it drummed up some insecurity. Maybe you don't even have a story about them, but maybe you have a story about friends in the past. Maybe you think that it's hard to make friends. Maybe you think that friendships take work. So then they show up unfavorable and finding fault in you. Maybe you have a self-concept of not being liked, of always being wrong. People always perceive you wrong. People always misunderstand you. Again, I wouldn't know. I'm just throwing things out there. But start to assess your thinking and the story that you hold when it comes to people or relationships or judgment. And then you can start to understand how your world is truly one big mirror. It's just reflecting your thoughts and your assumptions, your identity. And so that's how that would make manifest. Somebody said, how do I manifest a huge snow day tomorrow? Well, do you believe that it could actually happen? If you believe that it can happen, then it will. But if you have resistance to it and you live in Tucson, Arizona, and it's going to be 105 degrees, do you honestly think that it's going to snow? Probably not. So then it's not going to make manifest. But if you felt like it could absolutely be a possibility with conviction, then you could totally make it happen. Somebody said, how do I manifest my business so I can quit my 9 to 5? Beautiful, Crystal. Thank you so much for the good question. So again, get clear on whatever your desire is. So is it that you want freedom, flexibility? How much money do you want to make? So again, just affirm that the right opportunities find you. You're always at the right place at the right time. Your business is booming, that you're always provided for, that you're supported, that you have more than enough. People are lined up for your products and services. People think that you're amazing. People love working with you. Your business runs itself. You get paid in your sleep. You're making passive income. So again, I don't know what your desire is, but get clear and say, oh my God, I'm so thankful and grateful I was able to quit my 9 to 5. I literally escaped the rat race. I'm loving being a business owner. So again, what do you actually want? And then think in your favor from moment to moment to moment. And just know that it all works out for you and you yourself are success. Holistic Education said they were projecting so much. Yes, I did that. Minimal. You said, okay, I get that. Okay, good. Yeah. So again, it's all in the story that you hold about them. So I wouldn't know exactly without talking to you specifically. But it sounds like you got what you needed from it. So if you have any other questions, let me know. Is SP manifestation a guaranteed thing or is it 50-50? It's a guarantee as long as you believe it's a guarantee. It's absolutely a guarantee. Everything is a guarantee as long as you're in the knowing. So yes, it's totally a guarantee. Yes. Josh said everything is a guaranteed. Exactly. So again, go to the end and imagine you and your SP are together. Right now, the only difference is that you are aware of not being with your SP. So instead, become aware of you're in a loving, committed relationship with your SP, and then they will have no choice but to reflect that back to you. So what are you aware of currently? Ask yourself this. Anybody that is manifesting, even the person that asked about the snow, are you currently aware of it not being snow outside? Because if you're aware of that, then your world is going to reflect back to you, no snow. What are you aware of? Are you aware of the possibility? Are you having the brazen impotence? Are you having the conviction? Are you having the blind faith? Are you in the knowing? Because if so, that's what will make manifest. And if you're not, if you're in the opposite, that's what will make manifest. You're manifesting 100% of the time. You're manifesting the positive, the negative, the favorable, the unfavorable, the good, the bad. You're manifesting all the time. Glow Mama said, hey, I was wondering when you would be back. Yes. I've been focusing a little bit more of my time with my coaching group. So, yes. How are you all? Rick, hello, how are you? Holistic said, so I create the experience even when I'm aware that others are projecting. They're only projecting because you're saying they're projecting. So remember and understand everything is coming from you. So if you have a story that people are projecting, what's your story? Where are you displacing blame? Because okay, let's go through an example. Let's say I'm on vacation, I'm with friends, haven't talked to them in a while, and maybe they're like being catty. Maybe I'm talking about my business and they're like, oh, Brooke thinks she's so famous because she's on social media. I could sit here and say, ugh, they're projecting on me. But really, they're mirroring my assumption of, oh, people think that I'm too good for them, or people judge me because I'm online. So then it shows back to me in that way. So they're only reflecting your belief. Again, I have no clue the context of what you think that they're projecting, but they're only projecting because you're saying it. So again, everything in your world is a direct reflection of your state of consciousness, of what you're aware of the story that you hold. Whether if it's a direct story about that person, whether if it's a story that you hold about yourself. So remember, it's your identity that creates your reality. It's your identity. So what part of you feels like people are judging you? Because if you're thinking that someone is projecting onto you, then that's a judgment you think that they're making against you. So then therefore you're occupying the state or the identity of people judge you. So instead, let that go and say, I'm accepted as I am. People love to hear what I have to say. They find inspiration. I find community, peace, solace, and solitude in all of my relationships and all of my friendships and all of my interactions. I have nothing but support and uplifting conversations. So again, become aware. And I'm speculating and guessing in the dark because I haven't worked with you. So I just answered your question, holistic education. So hopefully that answered it. If it didn't, let me know. Fresh air. Hello. How are you? You said, thanks. You're so welcome. You said, I'm trying to get how others impose, or is it my consciousness always creating it all? It's always your consciousness creating it all. Every single thing is coming from you. So remember, life is not happening to you. It's happening from you. So become aware of who you're being from moment to moment to moment, and then your world will reflect it back to you. That's the way that this works. So remember, your reality is a mirror, right? So if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you don't put lipstick on the mirror, you put lipstick on you. So you change your identity. If you don't like your hair, you don't try and curl the hair in the mirror, you curl your hair. So again, it's the self. When you change the inner self, the self-talk, the assumptions, the thoughts, and you align them with whatever it is that you want to experience, your world will reflect it back to you. So this is why we use the mirror analogy a lot when it comes to manifestation, because there's no one to change but self. It's all coming from you and who you're being. So I hope that makes sense. Sneeze said, SP blatantly rejected me / made crystal clear he didn't want me. It's been 2 years. How to drop the old story. Well, it sounds like you may be occupying an identity of I'm not chosen, right? So you have to let that story go. You have to let go of time. You need to understand and know that you are the source of your supply. So you affirm who you are. So if you knew that you were chosen, that's an affirmation. You're claiming that to be true of you. You don't need your SP to validate you in that moment, to tell you who you are and that you're committed to and chosen and loved and cared for. So instead, give it no attention. Give it no energy. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. If your attention is your focus is on blatant disrespect, they're going to show up as exactly that, right? So instead, you say, I'm loved, I'm cared for, I'm honored, I'm adored. Be in that state, pour into you. Again, I haven't worked with you, so I don't know any, hidden sneaky beliefs that you may have hidden underneath the surface, but it's about persisting in the assumption of, I am chosen, I am a catch, I am their dream partner, they love me. The love is unconditional. We're always on the same page. We had a meeting of the minds. We reconciled. You could take yourself to the end. Do you want commitment? Do you want a relationship? Do you want marriage? What do you want? Get clear on that. and then affirm that, move from that state of being. Nilo said, what matters more in manifesting, feelings or imaginations? Fresh Air, thank you so much for all the gifts. I appreciate you. Your imagination. So your imagination is your creative faculty. Feelings are not required to manifest, like, at all. You truly don't need to conjure up some feeling. Is it a nice thing to do? Yes, but I've manifested multiple times without feeling anything, right? So again, I like to give this example. If you are sitting on your couch one day and you're like, oh, I haven't talked to my friend Mary in so long. I wonder how Mary's doing. And then Mary calls you the next day or the next week out of the blue. That's not coincidence. That's a manifestation. You thought it and then you experienced it in your world. Were you sitting there conjuring up a feeling saying, I hope Mary calls me. I need to talk to Mary. I'd be so excited to talk to Mary. I'm so excited at the thought of talking to Mary. Mary excites me. I just think she's great. She's awesome. Blah, blah, blah. No, you just like, oh, I wonder how Mary's doing. And then Mary calls you. So again, it's your imagination. So that was imaginative when you had the thought. That's an act of imagination. So again, it's not that you have to go deep into your imagination and paint some wild, vivid scene. You can, and sometimes you will, and absolutely that is helpful to visualize. But imagination is the thought, being in the knowing of possibility, opportunity, expansion, and claiming your desire. Right? So that's how this works. Holistic said, great answer. My reality is a mirror. Yes, it's all coming from me. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I love it. And do not disturb who I'm being. Yes, absolutely. I love it. Yes. Crystal said, do you have an affirmation loop that can be played throughout the night or during the day? Yeah, I had listened to a few on YouTube, so I can send you those links. But then I also have my Isn't It Wonderful affirmation rampages. So for me, it's a workbook. Everybody loves this workbook, by the way, but it has them listed out. So I can do one really quick because I know you guys like it. So every single morning I wake up, and a lot of the times in the evening, right as I'm getting ready for bed, I say, isn't it wonderful that I'm captivating, unique, special, and one of a kind? Isn't it wonderful that I'm worthy and deserving of love? Isn't it wonderful that I'm happy, healthy, healed, and free? Isn't it wonderful that things always align for me? Isn't it wonderful that things always work out for me? Isn't it wonderful that I'm chosen? Isn't it wonderful that I'm loved? Isn't it wonderful that I'm cared for? Isn't it wonderful that I'm so abundant? Isn't it wonderful that I have so many beautiful opportunities? Isn't it wonderful that I have loving and caring friendships? Isn't it wonderful that my family is always there for me? Isn't it wonderful that I'm always divinely guided? Isn't it wonderful that I have $1 million ideas? Isn't it wonderful that I get to travel? Isn't it wonderful that I get to live this beautiful kismet life? Isn't it wonderful that I have freedom and flexibility? Isn't it wonderful that I'm in my dream body? Isn't it wonderful that money rains down upon me? Isn't it wonderful that I have a fat bank account? Isn't it wonderful that things always happen for me in my highest and greatest good? So again, I do those affirmations every single morning. It's different, obviously, because it's a rampage every single day. But those affirmations you can find on the link in my bio. It's on the second page. So you can go to courses and workbooks, and it's the second page. It's called Isn't It Wonderful? So they're all written there. It's a workbook. You can use it to... I love that workbook because it's twofold, right? So you can read the affirmations in the morning to set your intentions for the day. That's what most people do. They love the artwork. It gets them into this happy, happy state because you're seeing something that's positive in the morning. And then you can also use the workbook when you're feeling triggered. It'll ask you questions and then it'll reset you and bring you back to who you are. So it's a really great workbook. Everybody loves it. I love it. Somebody said, hello from Zanzibar. Hello, how are you, Byron? Hello, how are you? You said, what's good? I'm amazing. Joanna said, should you manifest in steps like the message, the data, or just the relationship? I like to go to the end, Joanna, but I always say there's infinite ways to manifest. So if you want to test the waters and just say, I want to manifest a text, you can absolutely do that. I just say go to the end, right? Because when you're manifesting the relationship, the text messages, all of that stuff is baked in. That would naturally happen. So again, it depends on your level of resistance. But you can absolutely manifest in steps. There's nothing wrong with that. What feels good to you? Where are you at mentally? Do you feel like you can just go all the way to the end, or do you feel better manifesting in the little steps? It's up to you. Fresh Air said, my dad's wife made a small positive change, but She is still hanging onto the ego, anger, and control. Fresh air gave a good meaning. This is beautiful. This is birds before land. So again, in manifestation, we talk about birds before land, which is essentially movement. So again, give this good meaning. Your reality is quite literally shifting. Things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. Give it the best meaning. That is so good. If you're living in the end of change, take that as a win, because the but is the focus of what you don't want. So instead, let that story go. Remember, it's just a story. It's just a story that she has this ego. Let it go. Say she shows up for you. You have a harmonious relationship. Everything is copacetic. You have a relationship full of peace, tranquility, love, understanding, and respect. And then your world will reflect that back to you. So persist in that. But that's great. Congratulations. Give yourself pause for creating that, because I know that's something that you were working on. So I love that. Timothy said, when emotion and thought are in alignment, mountains move. Yes, beautiful. Somebody said, what manifesting method would you suggest for me? I'm the one that was blatantly rejected. Well, you have to let that story go, because if you're saying that you're rejected, then you're persisting in the identity of not being chosen. So again, be in the knowing that you're chosen, that you're cared for, and that you are loved, you are captivating, you're unique, you're special, you're one of a kind, you're a masterpiece, you're one of one. There's no one like you. They love you and only you. They find you irresistible, irreplaceable. Are you in that knowing? Remember, there's a version of your specific person that loves you. There's a version of your specific person that blatantly disrespects you. Right now, you're just aware of the disrespect. So if you're manifesting a specific person that you have history with, you have to let it go. You have to let the old story go. You have to let it go. So again, pour into you. Your identity creates your reality, and just say, it's done. And I'm loved, I'm chosen, I'm cherished, and start to embody that. And then they'll show up doing exactly that. Say, I am respected. I am respected. Kid Ace, hello, how are you? You said, Brooke, hello. You said, I'm so scared. Why are you so scared? Umar, hello, how are you? Lou said, what country do you live in? I live in Indonesia, in Bali. Fresh Air said, yes. Love to Shop said, do you have to be exact when manifesting? No, this is not about perfection. So no, absolutely not. It's just about returning to your decision. That's it. So again, affirm who you are and think in your favor. Fresh Air said she wants me to call her Mrs. instead of what I have always called her. My dad said she wants dominance. Oh, so he's seeing it too. So that's also a good thing. So that's a positive change. Again, give it good meaning and just say, you know what? My dad and I are good. We're in a great place. We have a happy relationship. He understands where I'm coming from. He sees eye to eye with me, and the truth always reveals itself, right? So persist in that end. Letha said, essentially take my attention away from my unfavorable circumstances. I didn't see the first part, but yes, you always want to think in your favor. When you're creating your reality and you put your focus on the unfavorable circumstances, then you're creating more of what you don't want inadvertently, right? So instead, have you guys ever had like a bug bite, right? I'm sure you've had a bug bite. You've had multiple bug bites. You've had the same bug bite you a million times in your life. And you've had that bug bite. You saw it and you're like, oh, it's a bug bite, cool. And you go about your day, you go about your life. A week passes, you forget about it. Then there's some times where, oh, there's a bug bite. And then you're like, oh, let me scratch it. Oh, it itches. Oh, now it's red. Oh, now it's painful. Oh, I need to go get cream. Well, your focus is on the pain, right? As opposed to living your life, living your joy, doing whatever it is that you want. And now you've created more pain when it comes to it. So again, this is why circumstances don't matter, because it's your perception, it's the meaning that you give it that makes manifest. So if you think it's not a big deal to have a bug bite, guess what? It won't be itchy, it won't be red, it won't be a problem. If you focus on the fact that you got bit, you'll be making it a problem by scratching it, itching it, having it not look a certain way, having it scab, having it bleed, whatever. So again, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Kid Ace said, this is the longest I've been in no contact with my SP. Okay, so Kid Ace, you know how to do this. So again, instead, turn your focus inward And you have to let the clock go. Let the clock run out. There is no such thing as time when it comes to manifestation, because we know that that's the illusion, right? So you're in a state of lack and separation when your eye is on time. You're creating from lack and scarcity because you're saying that I don't have it yet. So be in the knowing that you and your person are together, because that's instant in your imagination, and stop saying that you're scared, because then you're again rooting yourself in the identity of being single, and that's not what you want. So let it go pour into you, focus on you, pursue your passions, pursue your hobbies, pursue whatever it is that you're doing. And when your SP comes up in your mind, return to your decision of, yeah, they love me, boom, go about your day. Right? This is about living your life with intentionality. And what I mean by that is just when your desire comes up, think in your favor. That's it. Lisa said, can you share a manifestation story of people acting up and not being the way you want them to be? It's just the reflection of you. So I don't know what you mean by manifestation story, but again, if people are showing up as unfavorable, it's coming from you. So maybe you have a story that they are disrespectful. Maybe you have a story that they're always negative, and then they show up as that. Maybe you have a story about yourself that people misunderstand you, that people don't like you, that people don't care about you, that you're always put last, and that you're not prioritized. It's just a reflection of your identity, of your assumptions, of your thoughts, of your beliefs, of your awareness. What are you aware of? Ellie said, what's the favorite thing you've personally manifested? Oh goodness, there's so many things, but for me, I would say it's remission from 2 autoimmune diseases. So that's definitely my favorite. Also, favorite, that's like the most powerful, but my favorite is moving to Bali. So like, obviously I live a life now where I'm in paradise. Every day feels like a vacation. I have freedom and flexibility. My goal was to wake up every single day naturally to the sun, to not know what day of the week it is, and again, to feel like I'm on vacation. So that was one of my favorite manifestations. And I am going to have to go soon, guys. I'm so sorry. So guys, I'll go ahead and do my wind down, but make sure if you are new to click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner to grab the free guide. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go From Wanting to Expecting. And then also join my coaching community. Join for a month, see how you like it. We do courses and challenges, and then I do group coaching calls. So check it out. It's on Facebook. B said, does having anxious thoughts and change self-concepts from confidence to doubt because of anxiety affect the progress you made about manifesting? No, only if you say it does, which it does not, right? So just, again, know that your desire is already yours. The anxiety has no impact on your manifestation unless if you say it does. So say you manifest despite your feelings, despite your, I think you said luteal? Yeah. Despite anything, right? So again, I don't know if you were here earlier, I'll say this example again, but I wake up every single morning. My name is Brooke, and I'm a daughter, a sister, and a friend, and a coach, and a business owner. And if I wake up with anxiety one day, that doesn't change that I'm a daughter, sister, friend, business coach, and all right, merge those two together, coach and business owner, right? So again, you can be who you are despite your feelings. Just because you're having a feeling, that doesn't change that you're loved and that you're chosen. So again, having the anxiety doesn't make a difference. It absolutely will not affect your manifestation. In fact, I've manifested many times having feelings like that. Like I said, like your own experience and how you manage to change them. Again, tell the story that you want to tell. So think in your favor. For me, and I'm going to talk about this in my group, I don't know if my sister's on or not. I had a story about my sister, and I was always like, oh, I always have to help her. I always have to help her. I always have to figure out her stuff. And then I started to see her as her higher self, and then she literally started to figure out her problems herself. So I was making manifest, right, that I was her problem solver because that was my story around it. So I was creating more of that. So I had to let that story go. And then she started figuring stuff out on her own. Fresh Air said, is it possible that people are fighting their own demons and their behavior isn't because there's no free will? Everybody is a reflection of you. So again, if you have a story of people having demons, that is your manifestation. That's a creation through your thoughts, through the story that you're telling, and through your point of awareness. So yeah, it's all coming from you. It is. You hold the keys, right? There is no one to change but self. There's no one to change but self. Ellie said, oh my God, yes, girl, yes. H said, can you manifest an SP with a different orientation? Yes, absolutely, you can. Totally. All possibilities exist. If you can think it, it is possible. The answer is yes. Latha said, is Bali hot at the moment? I'm planning to go there. Well, guys, I hope you guys come to my retreat, which is August 12th to the 19th. So if you are interested, send me a DM. Yeah, Bali is pretty much always hot. It's usually 85 degrees on average. I will say right now it is dry season, so it is cooler at night, but it depends on where you are. So yeah, it's always warm, but it is always a good idea to bring a little light sweater for the evenings. But in the rainy season, it was hot all day, all night. Lady said, hey girl, hey, hello, how are you? All right, guys, I am going to have to run. Lady S said, I got a blister on my foot and I couldn't walk, so I text the guy I met. He got me bandages and dinner. Yes, of course, because you're a goddess and you're a queen. I love it. Beautiful. You get treated like royalty. When you start to expect it, people just, your reality will bend around you. So yes. B said, can you manifest a new reputation, a new identity? Yes, absolutely. Say I'm everybody's favorite person. That's what I always say. I'm everyone's favorite. Everybody loves me. People are drawn to me. I have magnetic energy. I have an amazing aura. I'm always so positive. People love me. Start to say that, or whatever it is that you want. Say I'm always respected. I'm the go-to person. I'm smart. Whatever identity you want to embody, just start telling that story. So yes, absolutely. So guys, remember, if you want to manifest and get your desire in a timely fashion, make sure you click the orange bubble and join my coaching community. It's $97 a month, but I think there's a coupon code going on right now. I don't know, because I never know. So click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm horrible at updating the coupon. So if you want it on sale, it's probably on sale right now, because I don't think I took the sale code off, to be honest. So if you want to be a part of my community, join us. We have different courses, challenges. Next month, we are doing a course on revision. So I highly recommend you could get in now, join the End of Our Just Like Magic challenge. And the next month we have the revision course. So it's going to be great. Also, remember, if you do want to work with me, the TikTok only live link is on the TikTok live. I should have said that differently. To work with me is pretty pricey. I'm doing a promo right now. I'm testing it out. We'll see. But if you want to work with me, I have a TikTok live only link. So you can click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner to book a call with me at a special rate. That link is only available during TikTok lives. You can't find that link anywhere else. So if you click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner, you can do that. Fresh Air said, do you have openings today? Yes, of course. I should. I don't know. Let me see. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that today, because I'm one day ahead. I have 2 coaching groups tomorrow and a call. So if you book the call, you can see the openings. But yeah, you should be able to. So again, if you guys want to book a full call with me, you can, a video call, or you can do the TikTok live special pricing. And that is for the lives only. So it's significantly discounted. Sorry, I'm like looking down at my food delivery and I'm like, oh, it's going to be here soon. You said, wait, we can book? Yes, absolutely. So if you click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner, again, this link is only live during TikTok, so I'll hang on for those that are trying to find it. Click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner and then book a 30-minute call with me. And it's literally like I think it's like $150 off. So normally my 30-minute video calls are like 250. So this is a voice only call for 30 minutes and it's 100. So you're saving literally 70% or something crazy like that. It's just something I'm trying out. I just want to see how I like this format. So that's why I'm offering it as a TikTok special. So again, yes. Oh, Brooke, thank you so much for the gifts. Everybody go follow Brooke Olivia. She is a fellow coach on here. She talks about confidence. She's amazing. She lives abroad as well. She lives in Mexico. So Brooke is amazing. She is coming on the retreat this October as well. So very exciting. You said, how do I stop wavering? Ooh, hey, hello, how are you? I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry about, I see somebody click the group coaching. It's the book a call. So it should say like options of like book a call. So you would use that link to book the call, because I just saw someone trying to press it. I don't know which one you were trying to press, or which one you were trying to grab. You said, how do I stop wavering? How do you stop wavering? Just decide that you stopped wavering. So again, just say, I stand firm in my decision. I'm confident. I know that I'm source. I know that I'm awareness. I know that my manifestation is a guarantee. I know that my desires desire me more. I know that anything that I'm manifesting is manifesting me. I know that I always get what I want. I know that things are always working out for me. I know that things are always aligning for me. I know that I get to have it all, right? So again, it's okay, right? Your brain is going to waver. The negative thoughts, the unfavorable thoughts, the what if scenarios, they're going to come up, and that's it. But you don't have to accept them as fact. So it's about, when the thought comes up, what do you do with it? Do you root yourself in that identity and say, oh yeah, I may as well just give up. This isn't going to work out. This whole manifestation thing isn't good. Or are you being in the knowing that, like, yeah, I just had it and it's just a thought. It's a cloud passing by in the sky, and I know that my desire is a guarantee and it's mine. Boom. Waver over. So just persist in your assumption and your choice and your decision of who you are, and it will make manifest. So it's not about being perfect. So don't think you have to be perfect. It's okay to go back and forth. Truly, it is. I do it. You do it. We all do it. Somebody said, can I ask something here or should I book? It's up to you. It's up to you, whatever you want. So yes, guys. So I am getting off soon. So I'll always answer questions on live. So if you want to ask the question on the next live, you can. The next time on live, where you can book a call with me. So guys, remember that you're God, your source, your awareness, and that you're infinite intelligence, and that all possibilities exist. So don't play small. You get to have it all. Nothing is off limits. And go big, be delusional, live the life of your dreams, because why wouldn't you? You are the almighty. You are the omega. You're powerful. So take care, and I will see you all later. Bye.